Well, howdy, folks. My name's Marion Robert Morrison. I'm a tough SOB. I've starred in many roles. Oh, you don't know me by my birth name? Well, baby, you know me as John Wayne Pilgrim. Sure. I have seen some John Wayne movies. Those reviews will come with time. But we're not here to talk about John Wayne. We are here to talk about spaghetti westerns. Yeah, that's right. Spaghetti westerns. Everyday spaghetti westerns. Very specifically directed by Mario Bava. And this time, Pilgrim. We're going with Raw Colt and Winchester Jack. A 1970 kind of satirical take on westerns. So, let us have, set in the 1800s, let us have this one person who has a map that is dedicated to finding gold. And it's like, okay, many people have been trying to attack him, trying to get his gold. Ultimately, it takes the front portion of his house being literally bombed off, and it just comes down Buster Keaton style. And now he's like, okay, you can go ahead and find my gold. I have it marked on this map. But you have to go through a lot of stuff to find it. It's the most conventional way of the gold that's buried way in the desert. Can't make this stuff up. So there are two people that follow him. One that's known as the Reverend, ex-Reverend turned Western gangster, I guess, and the other one is Winchester. I'm trying to remember his name, Winchester Jack. Yeah, guy with yellow hair, and they are on a little bit of a race to go and try and find it. And yeah, it is as generic as it gets. Like westerns were known for the untamed, the masculinity, the untamed wilderness where there's rattlesnakes all around and booze was plentiful. But instead, let's get a more satirical take. What makes this satirical? Well, may as well go over some scenes. It's like, okay, one, the guy who has all the with the maps, let's instead of actually banging him, let's have this marksman destroy all his little crutches that he has, and he just starts falling down like multiple levels. Two, let's have an over-the-top, I would say almost flamboyant Italian villain known as the Reverend, who still does have a good mark. Gets very, very high pitched, like, like other people, but I can't speak Italian to save my life. So he'd be like, oh, I don't know where this is at. And then, he retreats, but he's also acts cartoonishly evil. And I'm just going to swear it out. Let's just put it this way. He accidentally kicks gold into the ground where they dug, and he says, "Hello, my two cohorts. Come on, go and get this." And they do. And as both of them are down there, he retrieves the rope back up. They can't escape. He lights a piece of dynamite and throws it in there. That is cartoonishly evil, and I loved every second that he was on. Of course, our two leads, Roy Colt and Winchester Jack, obviously named for the type of firearms that they use, and they fight. Let's see, they fight over a woman. First time in the beginning that no one really knows why. That just seems to be their motif. They are punching each other, going into a brawl. I guess it's like, okay, I can tell this is going to be a motif going on. So 3 times we get fisticuffs, we get kick-a-cuffs. I just made that word up. And, it's like, they don't really betray each other, but they do help each other out, because when they have a more over-the-top cartoony villain, yeah, I think that helping each other out in secret is the best way how to go. And it's what you would expect for a Western. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's alright. It's alright. This is a partial, yeah, no, this is a satirical take on the Westerns because, yeah, I just I'll get to in a minute. Yeah. It's funny, and it doesn't take itself seriously. There is slapstick. And there's also this place known as the Wimpy City, in which they go into what they claim is a reputable house. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Is it a brothel? Yeah, but it's not a seedy brothel. And it's like, okay, let's get this. Let's get a silhouette of a person who's dancing, trying to get themselves trying to provide entertainment for all these gentlemen who have been waiting. The price for it was $2 for 15 minutes. And then there's a person who has paid $16 over 2 hours, and he's having his way with two Irish women. So what do? Our heroes go inside, they go around, get him, and I think it was the Reverend, I'm trying to remember, someone else, and they managed to scare him just enough, and what just goes on is like, yeah, it's just brawling and fisticuffs all the way, and then eventually the silhouette gets shattered, and it just turns out that it's a hermaphrodite. Sorry to anyone who's offended by that, but that's the language that was used. Who's got like white, would be like, he's got some white along their back just to make it seem like that's an attractive woman, but it's someone else, as an idea. And of course, in the beginning, when Winchester is trying to seduce a woman, says, "Okay, $10." Looks in his pocket, is like, "Here's $9." Takes off something, and it's like reveals her brassiere. It's like $2 more so he can see it. And then finally, $2 more, so he has to pay a total of $13. Who knows how much that would be nowadays? And then he awakens the next morning as he is getting fellatio performed on him. And it's so funny. I mean, even the music itself is pretty dang funny, which leads to some good comical scenes. But of course, you also have all the standards. You have the saloon, you have the bank, you have the firearms, you have all the standoffs, and the rifles, and everything else. It's what you would expect when it gets into the quote standard Western tropes, conventions, if you will. All the way that they go to find some gold. Finally, they get to where the gold is, and it's like, okay, here's a skull. Put this, like, I don't know, straw or length or something, 6 paces in, like little leagues or something like that. I don't know. And eventually they get to where the treasure is, and all that stuff happens. And you can pretty much predict what's going to happen from there. So, yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this sentence. The following sentence. It is a satirical take on westerns, directed by the premier gothic horror director. I never thought I would say that sentence. It's only 85 minutes, but you know exactly what you're getting. It's funny. It's surface level entertainment. This is a B-grade movie. Now, there were 2 actors who were in there, and they said that, yeah, one of them formed a partnership with Bava after, 5 moons for a funeral or something like that. I'm trying to remember the name. Stuck it up, and because there was this movie Once Upon a Time in the West that was successful, they decided, it's like, okay, Bava and him talked, and they got together, and along with this other guy, Charles, Longwood, I think his name was, they got together, and they pretty much just, everyone had a great time filming it. They were in the trailers talking, creating ideas. So, as long as people had a good time filming it, and it's the type of movie, it's like, hey, don't take it seriously, just enjoy this. The Charles actor who was smoked when he was like 18 to 30 years old, just to show the idea of how in how brutal cigarettes can be, create something called death cigarettes. It even came in a little coffin with skull and crossbones. There was a small manufacturer in Holland who created it, but it wouldn't exactly sell over here in the West given the extreme nature of it. So, interesting trivia for you. So, yeah. Oh, yes. Roy Colt and Winchester Jack. A funny satirical, a satire of the Westerns. Watch for yourself. See what you think. Like I said, it's surface level entertainment, but you'll get some laughs.